Manchester City 2 at St James's. For more on this, Frank Leboeuf is with us. Frank, it's all about taking your chances, isn't it?
Exactly, and we saw in Voldemade will have a bad night because sometimes you don't need to control a ball to shoot it. One touch is more than enough, and it's what Visa should have done on the first chance that he had, and Voldemade as well. And they didn't, and City were more clinical than Newcastle. And as Craig said, it's already dead for me.
Visa was, that first chance he had, I think with Shaq and I we said, I think we both went, I think Voldemade would have put that away, and then he came on and stumbled over his. I think that was the kind of summed up the evening for Newcastle. I mean, James Trafford had to make that save. You saw on the clip, there's a couple of other really good balls in the second half from Newcastle. Voldemade couldn't get on the end of it, but I think City deserved it. Semenya, great start to his City career. Thought he had two, but he got one. We can, I think that's a big debating point, this whole VAR thing. Doku on the other side gave Lewis Miley a hard time, particularly in the first half, the first 20 minutes. He's not a fullback, and he roasted them every time. So they have all these options going forward. I know they have the problems at the back, but all these options they've got going forward now with,
So does Semenyo start against United?
I think.
The weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what he does with Doku, I don't know, but you got Doku on one side, pacey and quick. You got Semenyo, pacey and quick. Very good in the final third. Has got 2 goals already for City, although one was against Exeter. But getting in the right place at the right time, and I think Semenyo does play. O'Reilly played in midfield tonight and did a good job. Obviously, that's his natural position. So Rodri will come back in there. He came off the bench. He'll come back in there. Not sure how the back four will look.
Do you think that front five is the front five for the United game?
I think it could be. You know that? Well, actually,
no Reinders, no Shirky.
Actually,
what about Shirky?
I think Shirky.
All right, Frank, I said that.
No, listen, we're off the cuff here. It's live TV.
Too late.
I think Shirky will come in, but come in for who remains to be seen. I mean, does he leave Doku out and sort of shovel somebody out there, or move Semenyo across, or does he leave Phil Foden out, who hasn't been the worst? I think he'll play Bernardo Silva in these big games. He generally always does. But I think one of those guys in the front line will probably sit aside for Ryan Shirky, because he's been very, as I mentioned in the highlight, first 6 months of the season, very good.
Left after me, I'd play the 2 wide men in Semenyo and Doku. I just feel the pace that they bring from both sides, unsettled teams, and unsettled Newcastle, and albeit young Miley on the day, but I just feel that's where they look their best. And then you have genuine options through the middle, whether you go with Foden and Bernardo Silva as you do today. You've got Reinders, you've got Cherky. It could be one.
What would you do, Shaq?
I'd play.
Don't say Cherky just to annoy him.
Do what?
Don't say Cherky just to annoy him.
I'd play Foden than anybody else in that case. But to Craig's point, I'd prefer Cherky over Bernardo Silva, if it were me.
But I think Bernardo Silva's more of an all-round guy. He plays that role, but he also goes back and he helps out. It'll be Rodri that'll play in that position. He goes back and he does these other duties, picking up the ball, getting in the full-back positions, taking it off centre-halves, and then appearing in the final third. Even at his age, he's still doing that. Ryan Cherky's more... I think it'll be, for me, it'll be Foden or Cherky. I think for the reasons that Bernardo Silva covers more ground. To go back to your wide players, though, think about United. I mean, there'll probably be a back four at the weekend. This back three, I would imagine, from Amorim's going to get decimated. And Mark Ogden's favourite player, Diego Dallo, if he plays. Doku will be licking his lips, because Dallo's not playing well. And if it's Dorgu on the other side, or Shaw, I don't know if he's back available or whatever, but on that side, Semenyo, and they can really pin those United fullbacks back, because they've been really weak in that position this season.
Last word to you, Frank. Of course, we've got plenty of time to look ahead to the United City game.
Well, why'd you bring it up?
Well, because it was the only interesting thing I could think of after this game. Frank?
What again? What?
No.
Chelsea taking on Arsenal tomorrow. This is everybody's predictions. Looking ahead to that game.
If he's not prepared to listen,
No, I was listening, but I didn't hear the beginning of the sentence. I didn't hear the beginning of the sentence. He was modelling, so
sorry.
I'm
I will enunciate better for you,
6,000
Frank.
miles away.
Please do.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry, it wasn't very interesting.
Yeah, thank you very
Chelsea
much.
against Arsenal. That's the first leg tomorrow. Here's everybody's predictions for that tie. Rossini, of course, in charge. Do we have everyone's predictions? There they are. Everyone thinks Arsenal are going to win, apart from Xhaka, who's going for a draw.
Yeah.
There you go. Of course, Fletcher's last game in charge, Michael Carrick now takes the reins at Old Trafford. That was confirmed today, beating off, apparently, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Frank is here with us.
That's like Jan racing the fish, isn't it, really?
Go on. There's some great analogies today.
Well, I mean, like that. It's not. You haven't beaten off Jurgen Klopp, is he? And Carlo Ancelotti. That's what I mean.
Solskjaer and Van Nistelrooy.
Good luck. I would have given it to Solskjaer. Only kidding. Good luck to him. But yeah, I mean, that's the decision. We discussed it yesterday with Augie when he was on from Liverpool. You know, Barada and Wilcox now have to be sitting there just biting their nails, thinking they've got a couple of really tough games coming up.
Yep, City at the weekend, obviously.
City at the weekend, then I think it's Arsenal, Liverpool. Anyway, it's one of the better teams.
Do you like the help Shaka's given you?
It's Arsenal.
Shaq's here.
I just want to see where you're going with this.
It's Arsenal. And then even Fulham and Spurs. I was like, but what I'm saying is, what we talked about yesterday was if they lose these 4 games and then you lose listen, it probably won't happen. But the way United have played with the injuries and the defence and all the changes, it could when you look at these. Although Spurs are no great shakes, you just never know. Then what do? They've got I was going to say they've got the interim in charge, but they haven't called them interim, have they? They've just given, apparently there's no interim title, a bit like Arbeloa at
Head coach until end of season, which is what interim means, really.
Head coach. So they don't want to have another decision to make because it's all falling apart. So there's a lot of pressure on Michael Carrick to come in and get enough results to not make the people who are already looking stupid, if we're honest, making the decisions, make them look more stupid because they're going to have to go and make a different one. He's a very level-headed guy, I'll give you that. He's got coaching experience. He's brought in Steve Holland, who was Gareth Southgate's assistant for England, so he's brought in an experienced assistant to try and help him. And I think one of the reasons Solskjaer apparently never got the job was because Carrick's more hands-on with the coaching. Solskjaer, when he was in charge, basically kind of did a manager's job and just left the coaching to Carrick and to Kieran McKenna, who's now the manager at Ipswich. And they wanted somebody now that was actually on the training field, a little bit more working with the players. And I believe that's why Carrick was chosen over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Rooney was on holiday with Carrick last week, apparently, in the Bahamas together. He was asked if he would join the coaching staff. He said he definitely would if asked.
Who?
Wayne Rooney. He used to play for Manchester United.
And I'm presuming...
I'm just wondering what your opinion...
Michael said, well, I'll call you.
Well, there's been no answer. Would you appoint Rooney? No. Someone who knows the club, DNA and all that sort of malarkey?
No, I think obviously Wayne Rooney's been a great player and is a huge name, but Wayne Rooney's foray into management recently has been an unmitigated disaster. So I don't really, apart from the fact we are just getting drowned in this ex-Man United stuff with this club. It seems that there's nobody else out there at the moment that can even lay a glove on some of these ex-Man United players. And it seems to me that's the way the club were thinking as well. When it was a headline in one of the papers last week, United are canvassing all these ex-players. And gee, my God, broaden your horizon. But anyway, that's the decision they've made. I think over the two, Solskjaer and Carrick, I think that's the lesser of two evils for me. But how it will go over the course between now and end of the season, let's be honest about it, nobody knows. Nobody has a clue.
And that's the thing. For as disastrous a season as Manchester United has had, they're still 3 points off Liverpool in the top 4. No, I don't see Manchester United finishing top 4. But suppose all of a sudden Michael Carrick gets enough of a tune out of this squad to have them threatening Liverpool.
Why would he be able to get a tune out of a squad that nobody else has?
Not that he has to get that much of a tune. It's not that much of a turnaround. It's a 3-point gap between them and Liverpool. So they don't have to be playing incredible football. They just have to be playing marginally better than they have been now, and Liverpool be marginally worse than they have been. Both of those things can happen. So it turns around and gives Manchester United another decision to make if that were to happen. listen, good luck to Michael Carrick. He has coaching experience, to your point. Kind of give him Wayne Rooney being involved as a manager. I'm not sure he'd be that willing to be a coach, even at a club like Manchester United at this point. He's got the people around him that he wants. Certainly has proven himself, at least at Middlesbrough, to be a good manager. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. But I still don't think that this is a great United team, but it's not a great league.
Frank, should Manchester United fans be excited?
Well, they can get something special from Carrick, the spirit that he had when he was a player, and what he showed at starting coaching is somebody who has a character, and comparing to, let's say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was more talented player, more artistic. Carrick goes straight to the point, and maybe will turn some United players as warriors. And let's see how it works. It cannot get worse than what it is right now. So I don't want to wish him good luck, but I think he's the guy who can maybe do something a little bit better.
Why don't you want to wish him good luck, Frank?
You know, I'm neutral. Well, because I have nothing for and against Manchester United. That's it.
Well, surely you want everyone good luck. You want everyone to succeed in life.
My friend, first of all, my friends. Then after me, maybe Michael Carrick, but I'm not sure about that yet.
Wow.